What is going on to you, Pisces? So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice, the Empress, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Magician, Six of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Hermit. I just want to go ahead and say shout outs to all of you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I say this a lot, but because it's true, if there was not you, there would be no me. All right, there's no shame in me admitting that. So the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Empress for you Pisces. A lot of you Pisces have your own thing that you've got going on right now. You Pisces are very much so focused on the life that you have, being thankful for it, and what you've got going on, and actually living that life. The Nine of Pentacles, being so busy enjoying your life, you're not really worried about people trying to get on your nerves, whether it's family, whether it's so-called friends, whether it was romance or last romantic relationships, right? Or could have been, right? You know, those type of relationships that you could have been with them, but the two of you never actually got together. The Justice and the Empress, both of these are the major arcana of Libra. Pisces is the higher octave of Libra. Okay, there you go. So the Justice and the Empress now represents, as a result, you're in a situation where because of the fact that you're not paying attention to what other people got going on, obviously they don't exist to you anymore. So it's more so about how you Pisces are just living your life. You're existing. You're doing your own thing. You are setting up your days how you want to set up your days, right? It's not random nonsense showing up, with dysfunctional people, whether it's family, friends, or romantic interactions or would-be romantic interests that are just coming in, calling you on a job, coming by on a job to see you over some nonsense that doesn't even have anything to really do with you. And that ultimately people would do something wild like that because they're trying to get you fired. They want to get you fired so that you can have more time to spend all day messing around with them. But if if two people don't have a job and there's no kind of money coming in to say that they have their own business or something like this, right? So a lot of you Pisces realize that, and you realize that you're better off. The Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords. You Pisces, for some time, some of you know that known that you would have gotten there, but some of you Pisces may not have known that you would have made it up to this point where you actually feel good about your life and about how things are really playing out, and that you don't have to constantly worry about your own personal future because of someone else trying to impact that in a way that you didn't like. A lot of you Pisces right now feel your own control over your own life. Seven of Cups, like I said before. And now a lot of you Pisces understand that it's about choices, right? So the Ten of Wands represents the choice to be able to interact with people or don't, and forget about all that noise that people try to make it seem like, when they leave your life, you're going to be all by yourself. Well, maybe technically you'll be a singular person, right? One, but would you be lonely though? Like, who would want to be with someone who is constantly trying to get them fired or make them crazy so that the things that they need to be able to work on, they can't, like their job, like, their home that they have to take care of, like their own personal health that they have to take care of, right? So the Ten of Wands represents, again, staying focused, keeping a lot of you Pisces' own head in the game. Like, and when I say the game, I mean focused on your own game. See, when I talk about the game being terrible, specifically, I'm talking about the game that other people want us to play. What we do over here on this channel is that we are all, or you should be, I don't know why you're here if you don't think like this, but you know, what we strive to do over here is to stop playing other people's games and start implementing our own games. And I'm not talking about playing it on someone else. I mean, so that we can have more control over our own lives and our own destinies so that it can benefit us. So the magician and the magician and the Six of Wands, excuse me, is about how you, this is Virgo, and then the Hermit is Virgo. So very much so pulling from the opposite polarity of Virgo here, okay? The Magician, the Six of Wands, pulling from that Virgo energy, right? Virgo is some of the best manifestors. Cancer, crabs, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, of course. You, Pisces, of course. Yeah, I really want to say those are some of the best manifestors, right? Those three. Cancer, crabs, Pisces, Virgo, and Capricorn. Obviously, Pisces pulling from the Virgo polarity. So you are manifesting, like I said, the life that you want to live, actually doing it instead of wondering about what other people got going on. A lot of you Pisces are like, look, you just gonna do it. You're gonna do what it is that you got to do. The Six of Wands, this being a situation for you where the Six of Wands is very much so, and not being worried about it, you know, really not. There's really no one else in the way. The Five of Wands, the Hermit, some people will try to get in the way. I'm not even gonna lie. Some people are gonna try, but they're not gonna, if you're doing what it is that you Pisces are supposed to be doing, they're not really gonna last very long. And the reason why I can say that is because, again, you're catering to you, you know, what it is that you've got going on, you know, your own life to live, you know what I mean? Gym, you know, going to the gym. I'm just using this as an example. Going to the gym, work, home, hanging out with some of your family members, just whatever it is that you want to do. Again, being so busy living your own life as opposed to wondering what other people are doing, that when someone comes in, tries to mess that up, again, that's a natural deterrent from that type of stuff, right? It deters that. It deters people trying to play games with you because, again, they can only play games with you if you participate, right? But if you're going about your life, you know, if you're going about your life and you're pretty much doing your own thing, these people who would try to otherwise run game on you in the past when you didn't know this information and you didn't practice this, they may have gotten you. But now it's like, how are they going to really get into your life if they can't even have so much of a chance to really get to know you like that? Because they have to figure out how to become a part of your life in the sense that, again, they have to get to know you. You know, whether you approach them, whether they approach you, they have to get to know you. And the two of you are going to have to set something up to actually do that. But it's probably really only going to take about one time for you to hang out with them, for you Pisces to pretty much know if they're trying to waste their time and their own time or not, because you'll be getting to know them. You'll be asking them what's going on. You know what I mean? And a lot of you Pisces are very much so going to be listening to what it is that people have to say. And just kind of paying attention, right? Maybe you Pisces may not necessarily will contact them every couple of days because, and I'll even go ahead and say this too, part of the reason why it is that it ends up being so much heartbreak when you let go of the person, when the two of you go through a breakup, anyone, right? When you feel that, it's because of how frequently, you see the person, how frequently you are. When you seeing them every 2-3 days, every day, every week, every 2-3 days, 4 or 5 days, every week, every once a week, twice a week. You understand what I'm saying? Is this person, you're seeing this person frequently, right? So it breaks your heart when they leave, because now it's like you don't see this person at all, to something that you're so used to, accustomed to seeing, because you're seeing this person often. This person is coming in, like I said, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many times a week? But it also goes to show you that that's what the heartbreak is, because in essence, right, when you find yourself in that position, this is how people break your heart. One of the ways, at least one of the ways. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the let's clarify the Magician. To clarify the Magician, we have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and which we already got. We already have the Knight of Pentacles from the very beginning, first card, and the Wheel of Fortune. They would, people who try to run game, when you just kind of listen to what it is that they have to say, pay attention to them, certain things, and you decide that, nah, you don't really want to talk to them, so you ghost them. Or maybe you're not necessarily going out of your way to ghost them, but you're putting yourself first in the sense that you're not going to go above and beyond to make room within your week or weeks, within your life, days out of the week, to meet people. It's kind of like you wanna have something kind of set aside, a small amount of time. It's not a whole day or something like this. It's not something that you're particularly planning, in the sense that you really want to get to see this person twice a week. It's something that would have to naturally ramp up, whereas this person becomes a frequent part of your life, right? So again, the first few times as you get to know them, maybe even the first time, depending on how good of a listener a lot of you Pisces are, maybe you'll see something that you may not like in them. But they're going to be upset that when, you just kind of not around, because you see that, and you're not really going out of your way to set time aside. Like, you'll set time aside, but if they flake on you, it's not like you're gonna be like, oh, well, that's okay, let's try to do this here. It's like, if they flake, it's like, oh, okay, it is what it is, and then you're not gonna say anything, But the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. And if they do decide to try to come back into your life, again, a lot of you Pisces don't really care. You're really going to just be like, hey, you'll ask them to hang out. If they flake, it's like, okay, you just won't call them. If they try to call you or text you, more than likely you have the power. You have the say so to text back or not text back. Personally, I wouldn't text back, because if a person is already flaking on you and you just now getting to know them, those people are already showing you that they're trash.